So I'm gonna go ahead and start this recording because, again, I know that people are probably not gonna want to see this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably not gonna want to see this. But what I am going to do, you said I'm ready to watch Z nerd out like he eating pizza. I wish I had some pizza. I got some burgers. My mom actually made like some chicken burgers, like chicken patty kind of burgers. She said it was her first time seeing it, so I took 2 bites so far. It's not bad. But hey, YouTube. Yeah, this is probably gonna come out the day after that last video. Yeah, so this is probably gonna come out. Yeah, all right. Yeah, anyway, YouTube, welcome in. Chat is already here. I understand. I understand that this isn't for everybody. But this is something I really enjoy doing, even if nobody watches it, truthfully. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the courtside reports. Am I gonna read everything word for word? That's not. I'm gonna kind of skim it as we're going through it, and I'm gonna pick out some of the things that seem like, you know, they're kind of like something that I would look for, kind of thing. You said you had tacos, 8 of them things. Yeah, I love tacos. That sounds about right. So what kind of tacos do you get though? Because like I get like, so like when we have tacos, we have like what's called the stackers. So they're like extra like flat at the bottom. Like they're not like skinny at the bottom. They're like flat, so they come up. We get the plain ones, we get the Doritos nacho cheese one, and then we actually get the soft tacos that you can kind of make burritos out of. So I get like usually like 6 of the regular tacos, maybe 7, and then like 1 burrito taco, kind of one of the soft taco things, and I put a little bit of taco meat in that one. And what I do is I have like that taco here, right? And then I'm eating the other tacos over this one so that whatever misses goes into that last taco. That's just me. That's just me. Meat and cheese covered in mild sauce wrapped in burrito. I'm all about that Diablo sauce. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, we talked food. Let's get into some of this stuff here. One thing I will say real quick. Hang on. If this gets muted from YouTube, it is what it is. I apologize. Let's see what they're talking about.
Yo, this is Tyrese Maxey, and it's time for a new NBA2K27 gameplay courtside report.
Can I turn this crap off? I don't like this.
My guy,
I don't. Let's see. My dog just burped in my face. I'm gonna throw up. My dog's never done that before.
Yo, this is Tyrese Maxey, and it's time for a new NBA.
He's farted on my foot before.
2K27 gameplay courtside report. My guy Mike Wang is here to show you the new innovations and give you a first look at gameplay. Let's get it, Mike.
Thanks, Tyrese. Gameplay in NBA 2K27 strives for the most balanced experience with enhancements on both ends of
She was giving kiss and burped out of nowhere. Oh yeah, she did that on purpose.
the floor, all powered by ProPlay. From meaningful new offensive tools and animations to reworked defensive systems for a more rewarding experience. ProPlay continues to push the limits of authenticity in NBA.
Real quick, I'm not gonna pause. This is not gonna be this is not gonna be the gameplay trailer where it was like 4 hours. It's not gonna be that. But one thing, I genuinely, y'all saw it in the video during the stream. I thought I was going crazy. I legitimately thought that I was missing something. I was on Twitter today. This is the 19th, just for dating everything. I was on Twitter today looking at, the Mike Wang tweets and all that stuff. And somebody literally said, yo, they put traveling into the game. And they had like 3 different clips of the step throughs. The same ones that I was looking at. And I was like, that don't look right. I thought I was going crazy. And it had like 1,200 likes or more than that.
.2K with its advanced machine learning capabilities. When players take the court in 2K27,
you was yelling travel?
Fidelity
I thought I was the only one.
And the evolution of real-time adjustments.
I was like, bro,
as players around the league find
on.
new ways to create separation, we're finding new ways to innovate. Players of all skill levels will benefit from improvements to rhythm shooting, expanded dribbling customization, realistic layup gathers and ankle breakers, and a revamped takeover system. Let's dive in.
Dude?
Shay, Ant, and Luca have become masters of the step through up and under, freezing defenders and getting separation for clean looks. For the first time, you can now replicate that in 2K27. If you're driving to the basket, in the post, or sizing up a defender, perform a pump fake, and then push the pro stick in one of 5 directions to trigger a step-through layup or jumper in the corresponding direction. Signature up and unders from players like Donovan Mitchell have been captured via pro play to bring these moves to life. And
that's the second time they did it. I wasn't going to point it out because I'm like, I don't want to nitpick. That's the second time they did that. So he started the animation and then they cut to him finishing it. They didn't show him actually doing it. Shay's did that. And now Donovan Mitchell. I wasn't going to say anything, but they did it a second time.
From players like Donovan Mitchell have been captured via pro play to bring these moves to life and add a brand new weapon to your offensive arsenal.
I didn't feel it. This has me curious.
In 2K27, the dynamic layup engine makes it so no 2 layups look identical. As players drive through the lane and contort in the air, their movements will reflect their signature style and finishing capabilities. High-rated finishers will benefit the most from this new engine. When a shot blocker is closing in, the system will automatically adjust a finisher's shooting hand to maneuver the ball out of reach. The better the
automatically adjust the shooting hand? Bet.
Player's rating, the more capable they are of making those mid-air adjustments. Advanced gathers like Euros and hop steps have been decoupled from the finish for 2K27. Rather than being locked into a preset animation, the dynamic layup engine automatically selects the most appropriate in-air finish for the situation. Gather resolutions are now logic-based, so when a high-rated finisher is attacking a weaker defender, they'll easily slip by. But if the shooter is going up against a high-rated defender, there's a higher chance they'll get jammed up, stripped, or blocked.
I think because I waited so long to eat this, it's dry. Still good though.
This year, we've added another layer of skill to dunking. All dunk attempts must now be timed with the dunk meter. For 2K27, the dunk meter evaluates defensive positioning from the start of the dunk attempt through the finish.
I'm not mad.
Slashers who beat their defender will see a green window that expands accordingly based on how open it is. But if they get caught by a late closeout after a clean takeoff, the green window will tighten, making it tougher to complete the dunk.
Hang on.
Making it tough. Caught by a late closeout after a clean takeoff.
It's not bad.
The green window will tighten, making it tougher to complete the dunk. Show off your crossovers, jab steps, signature size-ups, and more with expanding dribbling customization in 2K27. Signature dribbling packages have been broken out into individual moves, so players can personalize every aspect of their arsenal. Mix and match Kyrie's crossover with Trae Young's hesitation move and experiment with endless animation combinations. Be sure to check out the Gameplay Courtside Report blog to see the full list of animation categories. There are several exciting updates on offense this year, including new advanced controls. In 2K27, you can perform breakdowns while moving. Just hold the right trigger and flip up on the Pro Stick to perform that player's signature dribble combo while driving against a defender. You can also throw no-look passes by holding R1 and flicking the Pro Stick at your intended teammate. Finishing alley-oops now feels more intuitive. The button you press corresponds to the direction of the pass, so reading the play tells you exactly what to do. You can also flick the Pro Stick toward the pass at the right time to finish if you prefer. On the defensive end of the floor, hands-up defense...
I'm trying to figure out what this means, but if...
So reading the play tells you exactly what the button you press corresponds to the direction of the pass. So reading the play tells you...
So, like, in this instance, it would be B, because he's catching it with his right hand. Or circle on PlayStation. That's the way I'm understanding it. I don't know if that's correct or not.
The button you press corresponds to the direction of the pass, so reading the play tells you exactly what to do. You can also flick the Pro Stick toward the pass at the right time to finish if you prefer. On the defensive end of the floor, hands-up defense and the shot contest system have been redesigned to give players added tools for more impactful gameplay. Play with intensity and contest shots with aggressive hands-up defense by holding the Pro Stick up. If you're in foul trouble, you can play conservatively by holding the right stick down to stay planted while walling up. The block button is still your go-to for aggressive shot block attempts, but it rewards anticipation, so timing is what separates a clean rejection from a foul or whiff.
We'll see, bro. We'll see, because y'all been telling me that for years, and this year especially, I've been getting foul calls on legitimate blocks, and they're like, MP with the block, but it's a shooting foul. We'll see.
Shot coverage feedback now displays a color-coded 8-tier feedback system that clearly explains the quality of every contest. Additionally, for every shot attempt, defenders who contribute to the defensive impact score will light up a portion of a new defensive impact indicator.
Are you sure what happens
shooter.
when there's two?
The stronger the impact, the warmer the indicator becomes. A weak contest will show up as a small white arc, while a strong contest will be a larger red one. The added feedback helps illustrate shot contest logic more clearly than previous NBA 2K titles.
Thanks to my nephew, I'm eating dinosaur nuggets.
Historically, ankle-breaking crossovers have been chance-based outcomes, but in 2K27, they're skill-based and logic-driven for the first time. This new system monitors a defender's momentum and body position in real time to determine whether they're properly adjusting to the ball handler's changes of direction. If the ball handler cuts and catches the defender off guard, the likelihood of an ankle breaker significantly increases. Similar to other gameplay improvements, the defender's rating will be taken into account to decide how precisely they need to mirror the dribbler's movement and whether or not they can recover when they guess wrong. In 2K27, the defensive cutoffs have been expanded with the goal of giving defenders an answer for the explosive lateral movement options that dribblers have. Defenders are now able to counter a ball handler's escape moves and misdirections with a quick flick of the Pro Stick for a one-step cutoff to close an attacking lane, or by holding R2 to trigger a lunging cutoff to cover a wider gap. The higher a player's speed and agility ratings, the more successful they'll be in cutting off the ball handler and forcing them into a fumble.
That's the one I pointed out in the main 2K video, the Jalen Williams not being able to get a steal on Durant.
Ratings, the more successful they'll be in cutting off the ball handler and forcing them into a fumble or dribble pickup when using the cutoff move at the right time. In the NBA, a well-executed cutoff can jar the ball loose, and the same goes in 2K27. If a ball handler carelessly runs into a defender, a new collision system will weigh the ratings of both players to determine whether the contact is enough to knock the ball loose. It's still possible for the ball handler to lose control of the ball and regain it, but the system is designed to reward defenders who carelessly runs into a defender using the cutoff move at the right time.
Apologize.
In the NBA, a well-executed cutoff can jar the ball loose, and the same goes in 2K27. If a ball handler carelessly runs into a defender, a new collision system will weigh the ratings of both players to determine whether the contact is enough to knock the ball loose. It's still possible for the ball handler to lose control of the ball and regain it, but the system is designed to reward defenders who play physically and time their steals appropriately.
Anyway, I'm still here.
2K27 introduces a revamped takeover system that features 5 disciplines you can activate individually or all at once. Shooting, finishing, playmaking, defense, and rebounding disciplines are tracked independently throughout the game. Each has a dedicated takeover meter.
I'm not gonna lie. I licked the barbecue sauce thing clean, and I didn't want y'all to see me. I'm not gonna lie.
In the HUD. As the game progresses, discipline meters will increase and decrease based on your performance in that given area. As the meters fluctuate, each corresponding rating will receive boosts or penalties for how hot or cold you are in that discipline. The meters range from frozen, cold, and neutral to warm, hot, and takeover. Once you get hot in a certain discipline, it will trigger that takeover ability automatically. Be sure to check out the blog for the full list of the 24 takeover abilities.
That's what we're gonna look at. Oh boy.
Rhythm shooting is an authentic way to feel closer to your favorite superstars by using the Pro Stick to mimic a more traditional shooting motion, and it receives some important upgrades for 2K27. The shot meter now features a tick mark that moves in sync with your Pro Stick movement. This is a real-time visual guide that will help with learning the ideal tempo. The closer you match the tempo, the wider your timing green window becomes, making it easier to knock down excellent releases. However, if you rush or drag the flick of the Pro Stick, the green window will shrink and demand pinpoint precision to make the shot. Based on community feedback, successfully making a shot with rhythm shooting now requires greening the timing. Detailed shot feedback will tell you if your timing is early or late and if your tempo is too fast or slow, so that you can improve and learn your shot's overall rhythm. In addition, rhythm shooting is now available at the free throw line. For players who actively practice their shooting with the Pro Stick, this transition will feel natural and seamless. Gameplay in NBA 2K27 provides more balance and versatility for a more rewarding experience. Compete at the highest level and make an impact with skill-based features that separate the greats from the best. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the court.
The greats from the best? It's a weird distinction. Okay. Okay. The step throughs. Okay. Step through layups or jumpers. Okay. Hold on.
That's back in 2K27. What does it say? 3 bills, 95 plus overall. 90 overall is like $50. 95, that's like an extra $20, maybe like 25. 2 bills, 95 overall, that's another.
My brothers just sent me this.
Bro, 90 overall, that's like $50. 95, that's like an extra $20, maybe like 25. 2 bills, 95 overall, that's another 100. That's like 175. 3 bills, 95, that's like another $100. That's 275. Then I gotta buy the game. I'm gonna buy the game for $100. When I first hop on 2K27, I gotta spend $375 to get my rebirth. All right. But no, I'm tripping. But then I gotta make the rebirth build, which is another $100. So about $475. The community enjoyed.
Oh. All right. All right. This game here. All right. Okay, so this is the thing that we looked at. We looked at this in another tweet. These are all of the dribble animations that you can select, essentially. Like, this is now within your control. So not much to cover here. Dynamic layup engine. No two finishes of the ring look identical as your slashes. dynamically reflect their signature style and finishing capabilities. The dynamic layup engine also helps the ball clear the rim cleanly, reducing instances where the ball would clip the bottom of the rim or the backboard. Oh, okay. So they don't mean clip like clipping. They mean clip like getting rim stuffed, basically, is what they're saying. Advanced layups gathering. This is something I'm going to have to lab. I don't think reading about this is going to help, but it's only a little bit anyway. Advanced layups. Advanced layups. Hold on. There we go. Advanced layup gathers and finishes like hop steps, euros, and spins are now separate components rather than preset. And what does that mean? The system uses real-time logic to pair gathers and finishes based on the actual matchup and on-court situation, resulting in unique animation combinations and realistic outcomes such as easily blowing by a weak defender or getting jammed up by an elite one. This is like AI determining what's best for you in the situation, which I'm not entirely against, but I'm not entirely for it either. Because that Curry layup that he did with the left hand, it looked like it was a dangerous layup. But that being said, I don't think Curry would have done that. Like, I was going to say that that's probably within his layup, signature style or whatever. I don't think Curry would have done that. So that's why it's like, logic-driven dunk meter. I'm all about this, bro. All about this. We added an intense layer of skill to playing above the rim, all in caps. All dunk attempts must now be manually timed using the dunk meter. 26, the dunk meter didn't always reflect what happened mid-air, even when a dunker beat a defender who was in tight coverage at takeoff for an open look at the rim. 100%. I broke people. I got past people and had this much of a green window if I had that much. Insane. I told y'all to listen. I'm not listen. I'm just referencing stuff that literally is already on YouTube. I showed y'all the clip of the dude. I was dunking on him and had no meter, and there was nobody else around. And then I showed y'all the next clip where I actually dunked on him I dunked on somebody with my point guard, essentially getting the same exact animation, and the green window was like this. So I'm glad. I'm all for this. I am all for this, bro. I am a scorer. I can slash with the best of them. Anyway, blow past your man with a lightning fast first step for an open lane, and your green window will expand logically. But if a rotation helper executes a perfect late closeout to meet you at the apex of your jump, the green window will instantly tighten. That's what I'm talking about. Because it didn't like blocks didn't feel like it didn't feel like there was any blocking in the game this year. Truthfully, like I was playing with my boy who made a center. He had like a 90-something block, and he barely got him. And when I made my center, and I started jumping at people, I was just getting dunked on. At 7 foot with a 90-something block and like a 70 interior, 80, something like that. Can't remember what my center was. But anyway, it was more about body positioning. Like you have to run into them. It didn't do much, to be honest, because you're that big. You don't move that fast. So whatever. All right. Forcing you to execute flawless timing to finish the slam. Yeah. Okay, got it. Moving breakdowns. Execute lethal signature combos on the move with pro play animation. Simply hold the right trigger and flick up while driving to initiate. Okay, without stopping your forward momentum. This is the R1. So this is actually... this was in the game. I never used it though. So you have to press the icon button, right? I think, right? It's the icon button. I think. Is it the icon button? I don't even remember. I think it is. So you hold it. You used to be able to hold it and you could determine whether you did a regular pass or a flashy pass just from flicking your right stick while holding this. I never got around to like really implementing that into my game. I always thought about it because I use icons consistently. Like I use the pass type control, which means that if I hit R1 and let's say X, who is the small forward, right? Let's say he's going towards the rim. I can hit RB, like he's cutting on a backdoor. I can hit RB and I can double tap X and I can throw him a bounce pass. Like I can force a bounce pass to him while still being able to like throw it to whoever I want to. So for example, same scenario, right? Same scenario. Same scenario. Small forward is cutting backdoor. But my okay, so let's say let's say us three are on the wing. Small forward. My big man's kind of in the middle, right? He's in the like free throw line extended in a sense, and I'm kind of like on the 3-point line. Small forward cuts back door, right? Like his man's playing him tight. Small forward cuts back door. The big drops to catch the small forward, which leaves my big open. So I still hit RB, but then I hold LT and I actually lob the ball. Same scenario, two multiple different options, put it that way. That's why I use pass control, because I can lob it to whoever I want to whenever I want to. I can bounce pass to whoever I want to whenever I want to. That's the point. That's what I use that a lot on the. I started using it more on the fast break passes because throwing a chest pass full court makes 0 sense, but my player just kept doing it. Made 0 sense. So I started doing the lobs. Did it slow down the offense a little bit? It did, but it got me less turnovers. Yeah. Upgraded rhythm shooting. It's more like updated, but yeah. Why is this I capital in wider? Okay. The closer you match that perfect tempo, the wider your timing green window becomes, making it easier to knock down excellent releases. But stay disciplined. If you rush or drag the flick of the pro stick, the green window shrinks, demanding absolute pinpoint precision to hit the shot. Rhythm shooting as a fan expanded to the free throw line. Got it. Reworked physical defense, hands up defense, and shot contests. Shot contest architecture has received significant changes. Holding up, yeah, that's the max. Yeah. Holding down, traditional block. Improved hands up defense is used by AI defenders as well, who can now contest shots more effectively. Additionally, AI defenders no longer surrender position as easily to triple threat step overs by the offensive, addressing a frequent point of feedback within the community. Advanced contest feedback. They talked about this about 3, maybe 4 different times. We'll move past that. Historically, breaking a defender's ankles was a chance-based outcome. We're talking about skill-based ankle breakers. In 27, the ankle breakers were skill-based and logic-driven for the first time. The system monitors what is with the eyes being capital in the middle of these words. The system monitors oh, okay. So it was just how it looked there. Okay. All right, sure. The system monitors a defender real-time momentum to determine if they are properly reacting to a ball handler's sudden change of direction. If a ball handler hits a hard cross and catches a reaching defender pulling their momentum the wrong way, the likelihood of a true ankle breaker increases drastically. A defender's rating will determine how tightly they need to mirror the ball handler and whether or not they possess the raw agility to recover if they guess wrong. This is going to be interesting. if I mean, based on how it sounds, it kind of, it sounds like chess, right? It sounds like you make a move, I make a move. Did you counter my move? Did you mirror my move? It sounds interesting if it's implemented the way they said it is. Defensive cutoffs. This I'm going to be interested in because this directly ties into the new collision system. Expanded in 27, the defensive cutoff mechanic gives you a counter to explosive lateral dribble moves and escape combos designed to create intense one-on-one battles. Upgrade to masters, clamping down, completely still. To shut down driving lanes, you now have two distinct cutoff options. Flick the right stick for a quick one step, or hold the R2 RT while flicking the right stick to cover more ground with a larger lunging step, powered by your player's speed and agility rating. Successfully timing these cutoffs to force a body-up collision. Successfully timing these cutoffs to force a body-up collision will drain the ball handler's adrenaline and potentially force a fumble and picked up dribbles, making it a highly effective tool for wearing down the opposition. One thing I did notice in the play nows that we saw from the gameplay reveal, specifically it was the Heat and the Pistons. I kept seeing in the top left, I kept seeing Bruiser pop up like a lot, and somebody had Hall of Fame Bruiser, and that's one of the ones that drain your stamina a lot from physical contact. So it's another one of those situations again where, just like in the last video, we read Mike Wang talking about, they made a red early because that the team that does the gameplay, they want to make it easier in shooting and stuff like that. And it's like, that's cool and all, and I get that part of it. So what does the real game look like? If all you're showing us is like cinematic stuff and just showing off, what does the real game look like? We still have nothing to go off of because what we saw was false. So like it's still like you're giving us information with like while giving us no information. So yeah, I don't know. Collision system. I want to know all about this. I want to know all about this. We've refined steals and ball security with a new collision. Hold on. I just want to text my brother because he sent me that. Refine steals and ball security with a new collision system to reward disciplined physical defense and strategic dribbling in traffic. Upgraded steal targeting prevents defenders from making awkward, unrealistic reaches, and larger defenders with low steal ratings can no longer rely on cheap bump steals. Ball handlers can lose control of the ball and still recover it. The system is designed to reward defenders who play disciplined, physical defense with good positioning and encourage dribblers to be decisive with their moves in traffic. My brother made a build. It was a 6'4" build. I think it was a point guard. No, it was a point guard. And he had me intrigued because the guard had 90 perimeter defense. And after what I went through in 26 with the D book and with the blocks being shooting fouls and all the blocking fouls that were called, and and the non-kick balls that were called, and all of that, and the clipping and yo-yoing like through my body between the, I was intrigued. I was intrigued. I was intrigued. So we'll see. All right, revamped takeover system. Last but certainly not least, NBA 2K27. How long is this? 35 minutes? All right. All right, let's see how much more we got to go. Introduces a revamped takeover system built around the 5 disciplines: shooting, finishing, playmaking, defensive, rebounding. Yes. You can unlock, equip different takeover abilities. Each discipline is tracked independently throughout the course of the game. Dedicated meters in your HUD. These meters will go up and down in real time. So that's not... So I guess my initial thought of saying that, because that's the way that's the way I understood it, and I guess I understood it wrong. Those meters aren't badge things going up. That's literally specific to your takeover, and that's why they're up there. Okay. All right. Hold on, YouTube. We're gonna wait for Twitch. They got a couple seconds. I'm just gonna kind of see if we can save some time here. What just happened? What just happened?
WTW_smooth joined the protectors. Rah.
Smooth! Appreciate you, gang. Thank you for that follow, my dude. Appreciate you, man. Welcome in. Welcome to the protectors, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. All right, we got 10 seconds. I'll leave the music on. I'll leave the music on. All right, Twitch is back. Ad is over. All right, we'll continue. Bring that beat back. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, okay. Hot in multiple categories at the same time. When the disciplines meter is maxed out, the takeover starts. Timer displays is exactly how long each active ability will last. Because each ability features a different duration, you need to choose wisely to maximize your playstyle and completely impose your ability. Yeah. Takeover abilities. We looked at this. Mike Wang put this in his tweet, and we looked at this in the last part of the stream, in the last video for YouTube. We looked at these. I'm gonna go slow. If you want to look at these, feel free to pause on YouTube. And then there's a universal one here. We looked at this already. Yeah, so I thought originally this was your badge stuff at the top here. It is not. That is specific to your takeover. Your badge stuff, I guess, is saved to the end of the game. You said, Z, I just noticed the builder, the same as 26, just looks different, making the build only thing different. Oh, the only thing different in the builder is the badges. Yeah, they put I'm not gonna say a fresh coat of paint. I'm not gonna say that, but they like changed the font kind of thing. They changed the UI. I guess I'll put it that way. They changed the UI a little bit, but yeah, So made it look pretty. It made it look different, I guess. But yeah, that one screen, it told you everything. The badge tokens, the badges, and being able to only equip a certain amount of it. Yeah. God, don't get me started on that again. All right, AI and coaching. This is going to be interesting. This year, we improved our AI logic to ensure computer-controlled teammates and opponents operate with realistic basketball IQ. The boys I play with outside of my brother who you guys saw, we had a rotating fifth. So we never had a solid five. So we always had one AI on our team. Usually a point guard, or, well, lately it's been a point guard since I went back to shooting guard. It's been a power forward or small forward. And people would always abuse the AIs the entire year. So we just had to deal with it, basically. Should I get Z started again and bring out Karen Z? Tempting, so tempting. Rich, I'm over it. Like, I had the reaction I had. I actually, funny enough, Rich, it actually, that's the fact that you mentioned that. I watched the video that came out on YouTube of yesterday's stream. I watched it today, and I'm actually gonna take that part out of the rant, and I'm gonna make it its own separate video on YouTube. You said, I know it was great and knowledgeable. That's the reason why. Because, like, I wasn't just yelling at the game. I wasn't picking apart the game. It was literally a moment where it's like, you have 7,000 people. I can guarantee you not one of them asks for badge tokens. That was not a and again, I'm trying not to get started on it again, but they like to sprinkle in little community feedback things like, hey, you guys wanted rhythm shooting to be both greens. Oh, you guys wanted the ability to customize every single one of your dribble moves. We got y'all. We got y'all. And then you go and do badge tokens. And then you make it so that people can only equip a certain amount of badges at a time. It is, and this was my point yesterday, and I can feel it coming back on, so I'm gonna move on. This was my point yesterday. It is 2026. We are very, very much in an age of technology where the gaming industry is the biggest it's ever been. I'm 36. I played the original Xbox. I played PlayStation. I played the original PlayStation. I played Dreamcast, GameCube. I played the Game Boy when it first came out. My first console was a Sega Genesis. The gaming industry and the tech world is in the biggest, like, tech renaissance, whatever, however you want to put it. It's like this generation, like the generation that we got going on here, just like the multiple generations, as a people, we are the most knowledgeable about tech right now. Who asked for badge tokens? Who wanted them? Who wants to be limited? Just like we were talking about, Rich, and this is going to be my last point, and I promise I'm going to move on. They said it. This is why I told y'all gotta lock in, okay? This is not, y'all gotta lock in and listen to what you're hearing. They said that co-op My Career was a community request. Name me one person that wanted co-op My Career to be what it's about to be. You wanted build templates for your co-op, or did you want to play with you and your friend and both of y'all had your My Player going crazy in My Career? You wanted your friend to have a build template? Yeah, you did. I know you did. That's what you told them, right? You wanted to limit your partner so he couldn't be his own My Player. We know what we want. That's a marketing strategy. And I'm going to say it right now before 27 starts. Watch 28. They let you play with two different My Players in your My Career. Let's move on. Let's move on. No. I don't work for 2K. I actually hate the company for doing stuff like this to your consumers. I don't like people who take advantage of other people. This is why they say in business there shouldn't. This is why there's like laws against monopolies, because of companies doing stuff like this. This is why there's laws against monopolies. For those, I know I'm talking to a different breed of people right now when I'm talking business. This is why there are laws to prevent monopolies like gas stations and fast food chains and even certain competitors within certain industries. They prevent monopolies so 2K can't do what they're doing. But all right, we're moving on. I am not pushing 45. I just told you my age, and I am not ashamed to say it again. Transition in early offense. To perfectly capture the speed of the modern NBA, the AI has been designed to capitalize on early offense rather than waiting to set up. That's good. I've noticed that. I did notice that. You said I'm going Z. I'm going center Z so I can be your fifth. Just send the message anytime. We already have a center. We already have a center. That's the thing. We already have a center. Usually what we're lacking is a power forward. That's usually the... Yeah. Because I usually run shooting guard. My boy usually makes a shooting guard, but for some reason he decided to go 6'5 PG when I was already at a 6'4 PG. So I got tired of, you know, cutting to the rim, asking for an alley and not getting one. So I went back on my 6'8 shooting guard and just went and had fun there. So we have a small forward. He typically makes a small forward. So we have like the first three spots. So usually it's the power forward that we're missing. Usually. My center can play power forward too. We'll see, because I gotta see what kind of big I'm not worried about it. The guy my boy who makes a big, he always makes good builds. So we just have to make sure you don't end up at center, because I want him at center. If you're not gonna make a build that says power forward in it, like if its position is not a power forward, then we're gonna have to see what kind of build you make, and we're gonna have to test it like in park or something, because I don't want anybody other than him playing center, because he can't play power forward with the type of builds he makes. He makes act like a traditional big. Yeah, his big can shoot, but he's like at a 70, 75. He doesn't shoot very often. He's kind of like Jokic. And those are my ideal centers to play with. I love Jokic. Love him. He is the ideal center. If ever I was going to recommend like somebody to model their game after. He shoots threes. Yeah, he does. He don't shoot a lot of them. He's not Karl Anthony Towns. Thank God. Love Jokic. Absolutely love him. Love him to death. Love him. Love him for what he brings to the game, and he's not scared to be different. Love him. All right. Even during dead periods, as the ball passes through the net, players immediately begin organizing into their spacing lanes to spark early offense. Thanks to new spacing lane logic. Following a made basket, both the inbounder and ball handler were spent up the floor. So they're talking about offense. Okay, got it. If a rim runner is open, the AI is programmed to actively look for the slash and play. I like that because it feels more like an actual basketball game and not just a bunch of robots moving around. Anything? I'm just looking at my phone to see if I got any notifications that we can cover. Nah, I think Mike Wang is done tweeting for the night. I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. All right, let's keep moving. In previous years, the AI would halt its attack if it met an even number of defenders in transition. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Huh. Now high-paced AI will continuously probe the defensive score. See that. This is about to make my career awesome. High-tempo teams will actively seek out earlier shots, sometimes pulling the trigger with 17 seconds to 11. See, this is basketball, man. Like, if you're open, shoot the ball. Like, I like that. Okay, this, I kind of glanced at this when we were up there. I want to see what they're talking about here. We've introduced Set AI, a new framework designed to help superstar players become the true hub of the offense, just like they are in real life. That means nothing to me. Rather than calling random plays, the AI coordinates specific offensive actions and positions to consistently put your defense in keeping elite facilitators like Nikola Jokic highly involved. The AI coordinates specific offensive actions and positions to constantly put your defense. So they're scheming. They're scheming. Like, they'll have Jokic post up at like the free throw line with Jamal Murray being the ball handler. He'll throw a lob and then cut, and Jokic will look for him on the cut or something like that. That's what it seems like. Scorers can be moved to different positions within a set play, varying roles depending on the specific team. I don't know what that means. Teams will selectively deploy these sets based on context, such as opening or closing a quarter, battling in tight games, or breaking out of a scoring slump. So it seems like they're going to scheme more. New set AI updates will be made throughout the year. It seems like they're offensive schemes that are going to be in play. Interesting. When playing with AI, new play art will offer more insight into what your teammates are doing. Above your teammate's head, you'll notice a notification that communicates your teammate's action or position. That's not bad. That's not bad. I get that they had because like I even put it on defense, like the what was it? Teammate communication or whatever it was. I put it on for defense. Because it was like the AI would switch for no reason, and I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing happened. So at least I know when they did it. I put it on for defense. I didn't put it on for offense because they just yell, I'm open all the time. For example, a pop-up will appear when they're cutting, posting up, have a mismatch, or they're open. They see what I mean? They I mean, look, again, this part right here is teaching people how to play the game, and I'm all for it. Because I don't like, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. What I'm saying is that I'm all for this because I know I don't need it, but I know other people need this. Like, I know when somebody's posting up. I know when somebody has a mismatch. I know when someone's open. That is not everybody's story because I see the game from a different perspective. So introducing something like this, I'm all for it. I'm all for, making the community better. And like this type of stuff, man, this increases the skill level of the people that I'm going to run with in random rec. Or when I dust the cobwebs off and go to park and hop on the randoms court only to play a squad. For those tuning in, you just heard why I don't play park anymore. Literally was the only game mode that I played for about 5 to 6 years. Anyway, maybe even 7. Anyway. Team game plans. While our player level adjustments, team level offense, AI tracks efficiency and real time. Oh boy, 2K has AI in it. Oh boy, allowing teams to shift towards star focused aggressive plan, dynamically revert to other options if the defense shut them down. So it has a setting in there where it was like repeat on success or something like that. Something like that. It has that in there. Oh, see, I like this part right here. I'm going to read this whole thing because I saw the last part. It actively evaluates matchups from game to game, forcing touches to exploit favorable defensive liabilities. I said to my boys the other day, we were playing rec. We were playing against these people. I'm not gonna call them a squad, but because I don't really. Anyway, we were playing against these people, right? And they were running man. And a couple possessions go by, we start getting into a rhythm. They immediately go in the zone. I said to them, they're hiding somebody in this zone. Somebody in this zone can't play defense. That's usually why people run zone. I said, we have to find that link because somebody in this they're hiding someone. I said that to them. This is why I said I play the game. I see the game from a different perspective. So anything that helps elevate the mindsets and the skill level of the people that I will be playing with, I'm all for it. Give them free coaching. Keep the rebounding green timing thing in the game. I turned it off immediately. I don't need it, but it's helpful. Put more stuff like that in there. I'm all about it. Make the team better. Pick and roll execution. This is something that they abused heavily. Like, I don't know how many people have heard my story about like how I get VC in this game. I start a my NBA, control all teams, turn off the fouls, put it on 12-minute quarters and just let it go. And I glance and I watch how the game is playing itself. They run pick and roll, and as soon as he releases, they throw the ball because it dexes to the center. It dexes to the paint. Do a play now. You ain't gotta think I'm lying. You ain't gotta turn the fouls off. Do a play now. Put your choose sides in the middle so that I turn fouls off because it prolongs the game a ridiculous amount. But just watch the way they play pick and rolls. Watch how the AI plays against the AI. They play the exact same way and they abuse the crap out of the pick and rolls. Watch. Because whoever for whatever reason, even if the center is setting the pick, your center, like let's say you're on defense, your center isn't going to drop like to catch the other center. So they just roll and they get an uncontested roll about 95% of the time. Maybe 93, 92%. And most of the steals are by power forwards with a 40 steal. But you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, I've checked. Anyway. AI has massive, highly intelligent bag of tricks to dissect your coverage. Leveraging post play AI effectiveness on handoff plays receive a boost. Utilizing authentic pitch passes to create fluid, like the Draymonds. I want to see that. I want to see the Draymond handoffs. I want to see those. Like the little bounce into a pick. I want to see that. Pick and roll pocket passing has been improved to create better angles. Use alley-oops more thoughtfully and push the tempo. I love alley-oops. They're as easy as layups if you throw them right at the right moment. They're as easy as layup. You're actually giving up points if you don't know how to catch an alley. You're literally giving up points. If you're playing with me anyway. Push the tempo. Use alley-oops more thoughtfully and push the tempo off ball screens to force defenders into a split-second decision. This is why I say I'd like to nerd out over stuff like this. I know most people aren't going to watch this. They want to see gameplay. They want to see pictures of the new stuff. They don't want to read anything. They don't want to hear anybody talk about it. They just want to see pictures. That's the age, right? I'm a dinosaur to most of these people, but this is how I learn. I study. Elite ball handlers will actively hunt for perimeter isolations or mismatches in the post. If a player is in a hunt behavior, they will isolate their preferred matchup and attack instantly. That's good. This is more like basketball. Like, I'm all about this. Furthermore, the AI will repeatedly call for screen. All right, so now they got too real. They went the Chris Paul route. where they're matchup hunting. I don't like this. I already read it. I don't like it. Furthermore, the AI will repeatedly call for screens to target poor or smaller defenders, like they did with James Harden for the last 7 years. Exploit soft hedge coverages and engineer the exact shot they want, either through specific plays or freelance spacing. This is gonna be I feel like this is gonna teach some defensive schemes. Like, this is really, for the people playing my career and my NBA, this is going to be a very interesting year. This is going to be a very interesting year. Enhanced matchup switching. We didn't just upgrade the offensive tool set, enhance the defensive rotation logic to provide more intelligent coverage. I don't know what that means. Defender now makes complex decision, offering fluid coverage rather than rigid rotating to station. I guess not as robotic, I guess is what they're saying. Rotators actively evaluate their matchups and help targets. Adjusting their off-ball pressure as player moves around the court. Okay, so they cover each other more. They play more help defense. Got it. The new rotation engine enhances the AI's spatial awareness, giving them an improved ability to read the floor and play the... Oh God, we've literally got AI in our AI for 2K. Previous matchup switching was limited in how it evaluated defender types. We've doubled the number of recognized. Yeah, the system. What just happened?
Chew Battle joined the Protectors. Rah.
Chew Battle. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. The system now holistically evaluates all attributes, tendencies, and badges to make the smartest possible switching and matchups. This is something like the switching part. This is something I feel like you're going to have to see in game to really figure out what it's doing. I kind of understand what they're talking about. I get it. They just like, there's a lot of, I'll put it this way. There's a lot of calculations going in to this very sentence right here. Attributes, tendency, badges, make the bots. Sorry for interrupting when you was reading. That's what it's for, man. You're not interrupting at all. You kidding me? This is what I'm here for. If I didn't want you to follow, if I didn't want you to type in the chat, I'd have turned off the camera and ended the stream. I'm here for you guys. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. That's why I do this. Buzzer beater. What are we talking about here? Gameplay provides more balance on everything. Do you ever notice these first lines of all of these categories are saying nothing? We've put the power entirely in your hands, eliminating the bailouts. Okay. Y'all can't listen. If this is listen, they say this and don't execute. Rewarding pure basketball IQ. I have a higher basketball IQ than most. And that's because I've played for so long. I've studied the game. I've studied people. I've just this year, a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, I looked up a video that Stephen Curry posted of a workout that he did. That video was an hour long. People ain't watching hour-long videos of workouts these days. They want to see 1 minute shorts. Because that's all the attention span can handle. They don't know how to process from the beginning to the middle beginning, to the middle, to the end middle, then end to the beginning of the end, and then the middle of the end. People don't know how to process long form content these days. You kidding me? Shorts have what, millions of views as opposed to, comparatively? There you go. That's the word. People have short attention spans these days because you can scroll so easily. You can't process all that information. Like you see in the amount of time that you see 3 shorts, you have literally processed none of that information. Have you heard about the bump steals and stuff? I can see so many people getting blocking fouls and reach. So that's what was happening this year. Blocking fouls were blocking fouls were quite literally, I mean this in the nicest way, Chew. They were a problem since the game launched. And they were, I don't use this word all, they were never fixed. Never. I have played 2K since the very first one on Dreamcast. I have never in my life ever seen so many blocking fouls in one game. If you were to ask me right now which game had the most blocking fouls, it is easily 2K26, and there is no second place. It was a problem since launch, and they never addressed it. I played Street Kings, because we're talking about defense. I played Street Kings. I had the defensive build specialization, which means you have to get blocks or steals. I was a shooting guard, so I did blocks, right? I have an 80 block on my 6'8 shooting guard. I think I remade them 6'7 and made them 6'8, but they pretty much had around the same stats. So it was around an 80, right? I'm not gonna lie. I picked my target because I studied what the different players were doing, who could dunk, who could shoot. I wanted to make it easy. I gotta get like a couple thousand blocks. I gotta make this easy on myself. I literally got blocks in Street Kings that they called shooting fouls. And it happened also in my career. And guess what? It also happened online in Rec. How did I know it happened in my career? Because they said MP with the block, but it was a shooting foul. So their defensive logic was broken the entire year. Blocks were counted as shooting fouls, and they never addressed the blocking fouls. So when they're telling me that they're making up, I know you can tweak blocking fouls. I can literally do it in my NBA with the flick of a button. I can mess with those sliders. They couldn't do that? They couldn't do that? Come on now. Come on now. So, in reference to what you mentioned about the reaching fouls, I'm in the middle because I've seen positives and I've seen exactly what we already have within the stuff they've already shown us. I've seen both. And it was right in the trailer. I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna show you real quick what I'm talking about. Because it was literally... Okay, so this is what they were talking about, the collision stuff, right? See, they're talking about the collision stuff. They're talking about the steals right here, right? Here's my problem. Here's my problem. Okay, now, okay. So let's be real. Let's be real, right? Got it. This is what I didn't like. Got it. So you have an example of what's supposed to happen, and you have immediately an example of what's been happening. I'm going to show you what has been happening. This is 2K26. And I know it says 2K27. What I'm telling you is this right here is what has happened the entire 2K26. Tell me I'm wrong. Now watch what happens after. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, hold on. This look familiar? The ball clipping through you? By the way, this is 2K27 gameplay that I'm showing you. I hate, and I literally unsubscribed, stopped watching people's YouTube videos that nitpicked every single game that they played. They were playing the game like they were the devs. It's not fun to watch. What I'm doing is pointing out things that are fundamentally wrong with the game that is affecting my experience with it the minute I pick up my controller. I don't have to play 10 minutes without something like this happening, or what I just showed you, reaching and not getting a steal, the ball going through my body. That is not a game worth playing. That's just me. Forgive me. I didn't enjoy the game this year. I hit starter 5, and the only time I hit starter 5, I don't even remember when. But when I hit starter 5, I was done with the game. The only time I hopped on the game after I hit starter 5 was when people invited me to play. That was it. I'm 70% to veteran 1 today. I'm not going to frustrate myself playing something that doesn't seem finished. See? Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you real quick. This was my point in this particular situation. Yeah, he bobbled the ball, right? But he didn't lose it. He's still in an animation where he has control over the ball. Tell me how many times that has happened to you. With those little mini games where they hit the ball behind and try to run. Or you get a good reach animation and you actually pluck the ball, but then they just grab it right back. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Again, not trying to nitpick the game. I'm just pointing at the stuff that I've been talking about for years that hasn't changed. Okay, so where are we? Blah, 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 blah. And this is why I said they're talking about pure basketball IQ. Jalen Williams, wasn't he on the list for top? Like, they didn't they? Am I making this up? Wasn't Jalen Williams one of the people when they were listing the top whatever with the highest steal rating? Top 100 ratings, okay. Top 100 ratings, okay, whatever. Don't care, that's not what I'm here for. Top 10 rookies, top 10 steals. Was it not Jalen Williams? Am I making that up? That's okay. So hold on. I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. I just thought he was a good defender. As far as I knew, he was on one of these. Shot blockers. He's not. He's definitely not there. Mid-range shooters. No, definitely wasn't on that. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay, so maybe he wasn't there. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe I'm thinking of Jaden McDaniels. Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Because I know he's on. Yeah, see, he's number 8 with a 91 perimeter defense. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. My apologies. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. I remember them talking about, you know, Jalen Williams being, you know, one of the, you know, best defenders on OKC. Maybe that was the conversation I was remembering in my head. I apologize. It was just like in that clip, it didn't make sense as to why he didn't get the ball. So I guess that's what I was kind of harping on. It didn't make it shouldn't matter. You've got position. The ball is literally right at your hand. Yeah. You said the thing I got so upset about is that everyone is going to start at a 25 overall, and I just feel like they're wanting more money. Chu, I'm genuinely asking you, has that been confirmed? And the reason I'm asking you that is because the information that I saw, the 25 overalls, that from what I saw applied to the casual corner, and it applied to the AIs within the casual corner. Because I also saw within the footage that they showed, somebody going into the casual corner and being like matched up with other AIs, and the AIs had the 25 overall, but their my player had a 60. You said it has? Could you tell me where it was confirmed? Nah, this is still... Was there a tweet or something? I can't find it. They were talking about it here. No, I can't find it. Because they definitely talked about it here, because I remember him saying that he said his dad was gonna have to go on the casual court. Rebirth. Move! Here it is. So this is what I was talking about right here. Wait till you see the lineup within here. They're gonna show it in the beginning or what? They showed it in the beginning and I just lost it?
Once you're a purple plate and red plate, you have outgrown the casual corner. You should not be here anymore. At this point, if you are still in the casual corner, the CPU opponents are going to come back And you also are not going to earn any VC, any season XP, any rep, or any badge progression. So if you want to play against a CPU for fun, you can definitely come in here and do it. But at this point, once you're a purple plate and a red plate, you have definitely
said I legit
outgrown the
looked it
casual
straight
corner.
up on
The
Google, but
rest
they
of the
said they
city's
have
available.
confirmed
There's
it.
so many other modes out there. The casual corner is meant for people who are new to our community, who are still learning how to play. But again, just to say it one more time, the casual corner is optional, and you can even go in, and if you decide that you're ready, you can leave and skip ahead whenever you feel ready personally. So next one that I know many of you all love, ante up. That is good.
Nope. I'm interested in those player medals, I'm not gonna lie.
You're playing for the first time, and we wanted to make sure that if you are new, you have a safe space to learn and train in the city before you go out into all the other modes that we have. So this year, we've added the casual corner. It is an optional building in the city.
Come on, bro. They don't show it here. God darn you, people. Oh.
To a stunning after dark.
Yeah, no. Where's the casual corner? Because they showed it here. Yeah, I don't. She's going to talk about the builder and the fact that she knows nothing. Yeah.
This year, we really focused on making NBA 2K27 as accessible as possible, allowing the newest members of our community to practice their skills in a comfortable space that allows for head-to-head play with other users.
There it is. There it is. See, this is what I was talking about. The 25 overalls apply to the AIs. But this was a 60. I feel like the 25 overalls is specific to the PvE AIs in the casual corner, because the point of the casual corner is to help people learn how to play the game. If they put 85 and 90 overall AIs in here, new players are going to quit. They're not going to play that. So it makes sense to have weaker AIs in here so that you can get used to the game. I don't think you start off as a 25. I genuinely think you start off as a 60 like you normally would. That was just my interpretation of it. But yeah, so that's my interpretation of it based off of how they presented it. Cause like,
there's learning the game as well. Upon entering the city, players can compete and build confidence in the casual corner, an optional space for new 2K players to find their footing. New hoopers have the
look, see what I'm saying? You see my point? On two separate occasions, 25s, and then this little arrow says this is my mind player. So that's how I interpreted what they were showing me. I'm not saying you're wrong or whatever. I get it. I mean, people like, oh, they see a 25 overall. Oh my God. I get it. It's been years since we were 40 overalls and had to grind from there. It's been years since that has had to happen. I think that's just the AIs, honestly. I honestly think that's just the AIs. All right, so we watched that video. Okay, this I'm not gonna lie. This is fire. The 2K HQ app, I am 100% all about this because it allows me to communicate with my crew. I didn't really do that last year. Like, it's 2026. Why can't we use a chat pad in 2K? Just saying. And you know how many messages I literally couldn't type because it was like, oh, check your message for the community guidelines, blah, blah, blah. There's language in there. And it's literally like, hey guys, the crew's open if anybody wants to join. That's literally what I was saying to them. And they're like, hey, check your language. I'm like, come on, bro. So I'm so excited. I'm kind of in the middle, Chew. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even pre-ordered yet. I'm being honest with you. Haven't even pre-ordered. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. We're not gonna do the My Team stuff. We're not gonna do the My NBA. I'm nervous about the badge loadout. I hate it. Chew, that's me being honest with you. I know you just met me, but this is who I am. I hate what they did to the badges. Nobody, not one single person playing this game asked for that. Not one. Not one. I hate that. Just like nobody asked for archetypes in 2K17. That's limitations that they're putting on you to get you to grind the game. Because they already said, hey, we're going to take away your badge slots, but hey, you can unlock them if you play more in the season pass, if you play more of the city reward. Oh, don't forget to grind the reps, because you get the city rep, you get it from there too. It's basically more pay to win. They want to keep you on the game longer. Pay to win, while I don't participate and I don't support games who do that, I can't honestly call this a pay to win situation, because, and the reason why I say this is the season pass. Let's take the season pass, for example. 40 levels, let's just say. Let's say they bring back the 40 levels. $2 a level skip, right? You don't have to buy it. You can grind it out. There was 2 seasons in 2K26 where the season was it was Thursday and the season was ending that Friday, and I bought the rest of the level skips. It was like maybe 15, 20 levels, because again, I stopped playing the game, but I wanted those cap breakers. I did it twice. Did I have to do that? Not necessarily, no. So I can't exactly call it a pay to win model per se, but they are absolutely like taking I've been meaning to say this about 2K, and this is one of the reasons I really don't support this company. They have found a way. And when I mean they have found a way, I mean, I believe, this is my personal belief, I'm not saying they did this. I believe they hired people, psychologists. Like, I know this is the first time we're meeting. You might think I'm crazy. That's fine. My thought, think about how the season pass is. Think about the fact that you can buy it. Think about how you can buy VC with the microtransactions and stuff like that. Think about how expensive the virtual clothes are. Think about all of those prices, right? Now, wrap that all up into what I'm about to say. Think about how much VC you actually get from a My Career game. Think about how much VC they actually give out for those endorsements, for those who play My Career. All of that in the same thought, right? Check this. They have found a way to monetize your time. They have found the world as we know it right now is all about convenience. Amazon Prime, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Because you don't want to go out and get it. So you pay that delivery fee for them to bring it to you. It's all about convenience. They found a way for you to pay to get your time back. This is coming from, now I want you to understand who you're talking to. I do no money spent every single year. I don't buy VC. Now, this year, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Have I pre-ordered the game? No, but I'm getting the $100 version. Why? Because I was the crew leader for 26. And I told my crew that when I get 27, I'm going to post the 27 crew information in the 26 chat, just in case anybody wanted to follow us. I felt responsible. So I'm making that sacrifice. That's why I'm doing it. If it wasn't for me being the crew and me feeling like I had and nobody told me to do this. This is just me as a person. This is me doing what I feel is the right thing to do for my crew. Whether anybody joins me or not is irrelevant. It's me. It's about me as a person. So if I didn't have that crew thing going on, I don't care about early access. Nope. I'll get the standard version. Because what's going to happen, the only reason I'm getting the $100 is for the early access, so I can secure my crew. And theoretically, it's not going to be the same name anyway. Not theoretically. I'm not going to have the same crew name from 26 to 27, so theoretically, I could get it. But I want to establish it on day one for those people who want to grind day one. So I felt like that was the right thing to do. Do I know when I'm going to actually buy this game? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't. I know, obviously, it has to be within the next 6 days. But if it wasn't for the crew, I wouldn't be pre-ordered. I wouldn't be doing early access on this. The way in which they manipulate your wallet. The only reason I'm covering this now don't get me wrong. How many people complain about EA and Madden and MUT and all of that stuff, right? How many people complain about the way that goes down? I don't play football. I actually play ball. That's the only reason I'm covering this, because this is a passion of mine. I played ball my entire life. How I play ball in real life, I translated into this. That's why I have such a big problem with what this is. That's why I mentioned Jalen Williams not being able to steal from Durant. I don't care who you are. If the ball's exposed, I'm taking it. That's how basketball works. I don't care what your rating is. You make a mistake, as a good defender, I'm taking advantage of it. But you want to have RNG with the shot window and all of this stuff, bro? You spend hours working on For people who don't play basketball, you don't understand the work it takes to make a shot. You have to quite literally lock in everything you're doing. You got to make sure your thumb is at the right spot. You got to make sure your hand, you got to make sure you got the right follow. And when I get into a video game, I'm rolling a dice. Do you know how many shooters talk about, I'm talking about great shooters, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Ray Allen. You know how many of them talk about muscle memory? But when you hit your button, something different happens every time because of the catch animation that you get or the load up. We're going on my player. How much more we got? Let me see. I didn't look. The city, that's it. So my career and wait. So we got, I'm not covering this because this is hold on. Let's go. Oh, it cycles. It cycles. Okay. I'm not covering my NBA. That's personal to me. I'm going to be honest. That's personal. I do the my NBA stuff. So, you know, I might care a little bit about what's going on in there, even though I only use it for VC, truthfully. But honestly, if the game's not good, I usually make a my NBA my career. That's as much as I care about my NBA. I literally make my player. I drop his stats to like 25 and 34 and maybe like a 57 speed or something like that. And I just, as I play the game, whatever I'm doing, just like they just like they did with the takeover, like as you're doing stuff in different categories, that's how I did my offline, my NBA, my career thing. So I would give him like, you know, if I would shoot a certain amount of shots or if I would make a shot, I'd give him like +1 or +2 to the 3-point or the layup or the dunk, whatever. So that's literally what I do in my NBA. So that's why I said that's personal to me. The W and my WNBA, I'm not gonna lie, love the fact that Olivia Miles is on here. She's legit. If you haven't heard of her, look her up and watch her. She's freaking amazing. Love her. And she plays the right position, point guard. But I get that this is more so about the WNBA representation and things of that nature. So respect to them. I'm not going to cover it because I don't have a horse in the race per se. There's nothing like really I have to add to it. I'd literally just be reading the information, which you can do on your own. I can't give you any opinions or comments or anything like that. Gameplay, I think we did this already. This is what we just did. Yes. Okay. So we got my player, my career, which is probably going to be short, and then the city. Okay. All right. So let's go my player. You said I want to be in a crew, but I do not like playing park or rec anything besides my career. And one thing I'm excited, they're finally adding the new eras. Yeah. I had a few people in my crew that I could tell they didn't play anything but my career. I opened my crew. I'm going to be honest with you. I opened up my crew later in the year because my career, and again, this is no offense to YouTube, my career players don't contribute to the overall crew XP. So we weren't getting anywhere by having all my career players. So I had to get some people who were like, wanted to play rec, wanted to play park, wanted to play online so that we can build that up. And then literally like a month ago, I just opened up the crew and said, y'all have fun for the last month. We hit 30 back in May. Like it was horrible. It was horrible. I kid you not. It was horrible. It was horrible. Our crew didn't blow up. And when I mean blow up, I mean, we had about 6 or 7 people from launch, which is in September, till March. The second week in March. Our crew blew up. I don't know what happened. I literally I have no idea. 41 people joined overnight. And it just trickled at that for the remainder of the time. It sucked. It sucked. We didn't hit the weekly goals. And again, keep in mind, March. It didn't take me until March to hit starter 5. So I was like, I don't care, bro. I don't care. It's just me being honest. I have this, at this very moment, I have the second highest amount of crew XP. We hit 30 and I was number 1. This guy who came in and brought some of his friends started playing and he's now more than I am. He's higher than I am. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate you. You know? So you said sometimes I play random rec, but I was a center, had like 30 rebounds, 15 assists, and 10 points in a random. That's awesome. That's good. That's a solid teammate. I get it. I mean, you play what you enjoy playing. Like that 100%. Keep doing that. I played, I'm not gonna lie to you, I made an offline my career just so I could grind the season pass because I did not want to play online because I knew who I was going to be playing with. I just hate people chucking shots. What's worse, people chucking shots or you not getting the ball when you're open? I had to deal with both. All right, let's watch this.
Hey, this is
Please
Victor
don't. He did it. Crap. Just take off the freaking closed captions, dude. Let's see what they're talking about.
Hey, this is Victor Wembanyama, and this is the new NBA2K27 My Player Builder.
People may hate what I'm about to say. I said it in my video that came out today, where I was covering the stuff that came out yesterday. I appreciate the Spurs because they play how I was groomed to play. They don't care who's in front of them. They don't matchup hunt. They go after you. The Denver Nuggets play the same way, and that's why I appreciate the Denver Nuggets. And I will watch them play. Like I haven't watched the NBA consistently since 2019. Too much has been going on in the league. So I appreciated the Spurs. You said I don't complain about getting the ball really since I was a center. I was a shooting guard. The center gets the ball because you get to get boards, so you get to control the game from that aspect of it. If you can't make a point guard, make a center. That's the two positions that touch the ball the most, the point guard and the center. I was a shooting guard.
Report. I can't wait to see what kind of hoopers y'all create. Hey, this is Victor Wembanyama, and this is the new NBA2K27 My Player Builder Courtside report. I can't wait to see what kind of hoopers y'all create. Bryant, tell them what's new, my guy.
Thanks, Victor. The My Player Builder in NBA2K27 offers more personalization.
I hate it. I hate these tokens. I hate it so much.
With new builder pack.
By the way, just in case anybody's wondering, in 20 seconds, Twitch, there's going to be an ad. It's only 1 minute. I only do 1 minute ads every hour. And during that minute, we don't do anything. So we got about 10 seconds. So you're not going to miss anything, regardless of whether you get an ad where you can still see me. We don't do anything for that minute. So you got 5 seconds. I'll see y'all in about a minute. So what I'm going to do. Oh, ad break ended. Oh, they were on an ad. We didn't do anything, y'all. I'm sorry. I misread that. I'm sorry. For anybody who felt like they missed something, all we did was 9 seconds of this video. I'm sorry.
Hey, this is Victor Wembanyama, and this is the new NBA2K27 My Player Builder Courtside report. I can't wait to see what kind of hoopers y'all create. Bryant, tell them what's new, my guy.
Thanks, Victor. The My Player Builder in NBA2K27.
That reminds me of 23, where they had the billboards right next to the courts with the zip line. This right here reminds me of the zip line that used to come in on 22.
What's new, my guy?
Thanks, Victor. The My Player Builder in NBA2K27 offers more personalization with new builder paths and added badges, a redesigned takeover system, and for the first time, the ability to create female My Players. This is the most versatile My Player Builder in NBA 2K history, giving players all of the tools to model their game after their favorite NBA and WNBA superstars. Here's what you need to know about the My Player Builder in 2K27. The addition of female My Player builds is in.
My center had 99 pass act, so I could pass the ball down the court with like a 97 stand dunk, 75 3-pointer. That is a big I would want to play with. Not gonna lie to you.
Major milestone in NBA 2K history.
How tall were you? I'm hovering over the ban button. I'm kidding.
Giving every player the opportunity to create the build that truly represents them. On
7-footer. Out rebounded 7. You got some points with me, man. You might be on your way to being a VIP in here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you.
And
I always boxed out and played defense and stuff.
Court. Whether you're creating a male or female build, every player will face elite competition and
I drink water, but cheers.
Diverse matchups in the first ever co-ed city. Appearance has no effect on talent, as skill and attributes remain the defining characteristics of a true hooper.
Hey!
When creating a My Player, the height, weight, wingspan, and ratings will determine the performance of your build. With new builder paths available...
Is this a guard? Yes, it is. It's a point guard. I was looking at like it's decent attributes in terms of like the max. And then I looked at the rebound and I was like, is this a guard? This is decent. This is decent.
And a vast library of NBA and WNBA player animations to build off of. There are more ways than ever to bring your place.
My worst part is that I was so slow guarding perimeter defense. I made a big, sir. I understand your pain.
Out to life in 2K27.
I understand.
Squad up with male and female My Players in the city.
It looks like live.
Play at the highest level at the rec, the theater, Street Kings, parks, and more. In addition to create your own...
Yeah, I needed to know what is this? I didn't understand what this was.
My Player, we're adding signature blueprints as a new builder path in NBA 2K27. This replaces Pro Toon and NBA templates. However, it maintains the versatility of Pro Toon templates and combines it
Gilbert Arenas
with the authentic feel of your favorite NBA and WNBA superstars. Signature blueprints are pre-made templates using 3-player comparisons, blending their distinct attributes and animations to reflect each player's unique style. Want Jalen Brunson's precision passing, Caitlin Clark's effortless jump shot, and Paige Becker's ankle-breaking handles? Make it happen. Draw inspiration from the greatest players in the NBA and WNBA to merge their game-changing abilities with your My Player. They gave you the blueprint. Now it's time to model your game after your favorite past and present stars to create a truly original build.
Yeah, you know,
I'm breaking
the game every year.
Path My Player Builder features a badge-focused option for deeper customization. The most notable change is the introduction of badge tokens, which are used to equip badges to your build. Badge tokens are central to every decision.
Hold on, bring that back. What you got going on here? What overall is this? Does anybody see the overall? Oh, it's at the bottom. 99. Okay, not for me. 6'3", no dunk.
To your build.
This is like a Curry. Minus the steal and perimeter, but 68 free throw?
Badge tokens are central to every decision you make when crafting your My Player. As you make decisions, you'll see in real time how your selection...
6'8" power forward, small forward, excuse me. Pass act is 99, always if I'm a big man. I tried to get mine up there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried to get mine up there. I made it serviceable. I got to like a 87 with it, I think. Pretty sure. That was for gold break starter. I wanted to go higher, but there were certain things that I did with my build that I could not undo, and I was not making another center. I told myself I'd never make a center. I'd never go below small forward. And this year, I made a center for grinding purposes because I did not feel like hopping on my shooting guard and not getting the ball. So I hopped on center. That's why I'm like, I'm not pre-ordering 27. I mean, I am, but I'm not interested in pre-order bonuses. The VC I'd never use anyway because I do the no money spent. I blow it on my team or something, or I blow it on a build and then go in and make a new one once I have no VC. So it's gonna be no money spent. I'm gonna stream it. No money spent. If you don't want to watch me, appreciate you.
Affects which badges you qualify for.
Why do you have? Oh, because of the dunk. I'm like, how do you have a 90 vert and you have a 56 defensive rebounding? That's a small forward.
And how many tokens it'll cost.
My center was very good at post fading.
There are more than 50.
It's a lost art, sir. It's a lost art.
Badges in 2K27, including 19 new badges that contribute to a more balanced playing field. This year, we wanted to push players towards their feet to a more balanced playing field. This year,
Ankle Assassin was on silver.
There are more than 50 badges in 2K27.
Yeah.
Including 19 new badges that contribute to a more balanced.
I like how they say new badges, but they took away set shot and split it into 2 badges. So they're going to tell you these are 2 new badges when they're actually not new badges. They're an old badge that was split. God, I hate this company so much. I hate them so much.
Balanced playing field. This year, we wanted to push players towards their strengths and experiment with new badges to create more unique builds.
Hate them.
Tailor
And their
your
business
build to
practices.
excel in one discipline or take a more balanced approach. Whatever you decide, focus on what complements your playstyle. Each build starts with 20 badge slots distributed across 6 disciplines.
The ball hog badge is gonna be so fun in the random break. It's not in the game, dude. As much as I wish people kept talking about it. I've been wanting something like that for so long, but honestly, you know what I want more than a badge? Because the badge you can't see until you get in the game or something like that. I want to be able to see people's tendencies. Like, I made a 2K video talking about like this, and I was like, when I play my NBA offline, I look at certain people and I tweak their tendency because they will not pass the ball. And there's literally a tendency in every single player's attributes or whatever that says pass to the open man. I want to see that tendency for people. I want to see that. That's all I want to see, really, honestly. I don't care what your shooting percentage is. I genuinely don't. Because I'm going to get you a good shot. And even if you miss it, I'm going to get you another good shot and we're going to work it out. But if you one of those that don't want to play with a team, why you hop in a team mode? Me and my brother was just on stream. We were reviewing the tweets earlier in the stream. Me and him, he's like, hey, Z, you want to play 2K? I'm like, not really, but I'll play with you because you invited me. We hop in to rec, just the 2 of us. We got people playing 3s in rec. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Like, this is why I said I don't play this game. I know who I'm about to play with. Come on, man.
Shooting, finishing, playmaking, defense, rebounding, and
the only option I have is random rec or the theater where there's no squads. That is literally my only option. Can't go in the park. I'm not gonna sign up to lose. I'm not a loser. Why would I do that?
And physicals. Once you meet the attribute requirements for a badge, it is unlocked in your inventory and
this is what they didn't show yesterday. Talk to me.
Once you meet the attribute requirements for a badge, it is unlocked in your inventory and can be equipped to your loadout, but more on that later. All 20 slots are immediately available when you enter the city. You just need to earn badge tokens to fill them. Available when you enter the city. You just need to earn. All 20 slots are immediately available when you enter the city. You just need to earn badge tokens to fill them. Badge.
Got it. Got it. Got it. I understand. Got it. The fusion reaction was so confusing. I got it. Like, do you, like, did you figure it out? Like, did you have some, like, did you find somebody who explained it well, True? I got it. Like, it took me a second. I'm not gonna lie. I had to understand what it was at its core. And then from there, I kind of connected the dots. But did you, like, do you understand it now?
when you enter the city. You just need to earn badge tokens to fill them. Badge progression in 2K27 flows through 6 meters, one for each
This looks just like the 2K20 bar.
discipline. Progression is based on your in-game performances, rather than asking you to complete requirements like in previous years. As you play, positive in-game moments will naturally fill the relevant discipline meter.
That whole bar was green.
Positive
for that dunk meter. Does it have to deal with like reaction time? No.
Game moments will naturally fill the
his whole bar is green.
relevant discipline.
That's amazing. So let me explain it real quick. Okay. All right. So here's how this goes. Okay. We'll just have a quick crash course. All right. So you can see this, right? I'm not covering this. Okay. So we have handles for days in the fuse spot. Okay. And we have dimer in the reaction spot. So fuse, do they have it or no? I don't think they have it. I didn't see them put it in here. Okay, so we'll just go back to it. That's fine. We'll go back to it because it had a description here, but let's just go from here. So we have handle for days here. When you equip this badge, handles for days, this is handles for days, right? When you equip this badge and you put it into the fuse spot, what this means is you can get, now this is a +1 slot. So they already said that you cannot get legendary badges on your, like in the builder. You have to get them from the synergy spot. Okay. So the highest is Hall of Fame, but you can get legend, but it has to be through the fuse spot. You can't get a 99 3-pointer and have legend, legend badges. It doesn't work that way anymore. So the only way you can get legend badges is through the fuse thing. This is what they told me. This is not me speaking. This is what they said yesterday. Okay. So theoretically, this is Hall of Fame. Okay. So this is a Hall of Fame handles for days. You put it in here, right? And technically you're like, hey, I want to make this legend, right? Now, when you load up the game, with whatever build this is, it's on Hall of Fame. Okay, it is on Hall of Fame. Now, to activate this fuse thing that you have it on, you have to keep triggering the badge, right? Like you see handles for days popping up, you see lightning launch popping up for you see rebound chaser with your big, right? So if you make this badge pop enough times, the +1 kicks in for the rest of the game. Does that make sense so far? Because that's part 1 of 2. That's what fuse is. These badges, as long as you consistently trigger them, they will eventually activate the fuse portion of it, and then they get the +1 for the rest of the badge, for the rest of the game. Okay, so you said, yeah, okay, that's step 1. Step 2 is the reaction. Now, it builds off of the fuse, meaning that when you trigger handles for days, okay, now this is still a +1 slot. Okay, let's like they're color coded. The whole, I don't know what color this is, light blue green thing. They're color coded all the way over to the pink-ish thing. So these are color coded. These are the same thing. This is a +1 column. When you trigger the handles for days and your fuse activates for the handles for days, it immediately triggers the reaction. So now your dimer now goes up 1 as well. Meaning that in the top row, you should have the badges you're going to trigger the most. And then in the bottom row, the harder badges. Because as soon as you trigger the fuse for the top badge, it immediately triggers the +1 for the bottom badge. So the reaction is based off of the fuse. So the badges are like connected. but you don't have to worry about triggering the bottom. You only have to worry about popping off the top row in order to get the bottom to activate. You said, okay, that makes a lot more sense. They didn't really explain much at all. I know. This is why I do this. This is why I said, for the people who care, I'm going to do this. And I hope it helps somebody. This is why I do this. Because they didn't talk about this at all, bro. I hate everything I see on this screen. I hate the limited badges, the badge tokens, and then whatever this crap is through season prizes and build special. Badge. I hate this entire screen as to what it does to the game. I don't like it, but I can explain it. So, another thing, I don't know if
and physicals.
Another thing I wanted to say is that, so if you look at, so this is a perfect example, okay? Let's take Unpluckable, for example, okay? Now, you see the tokens available says 3, okay? I don't know if they explained that. I don't know if you heard somebody explain this part. This is the last part of the whole badge thing. So the tokens available says 3 right now. This Unpluckable gold is 6 badge tokens. Just starting off basic. If you were to have an empty slot down here, like in one of your few, if you had any one of these was empty, and you wanted to put, if you wanted to put Unpluckable down here, it would give you the 6 tokens back to your available tokens. So this would turn into 9. That's what they did. That's why all of these do not have numbers on them, because these are the ones that are down here. These are the ones that they no longer need tokens for. All of these do not need tokens because they're down here in these slots. Agreed. That's kind of nice a tiny bit. Again, like I said, I hate this. I hate everything that's going on here. Even with what I know, I still hate what's going on here. Nobody asked for this. I'm just trying to make the best of a horrible situation. So that's why I was like, hey, guys, I know y'all got, like, because my boys tagged me. Literally, I'm 36. Okay, Chew, I'm 36. This guy's mid-20s. He tagged me with this screen, and he tagged me and said, I'm lost. I was like, listen, I haven't looked at anything yet. Let me digest it first. Then I'll get back to you. Because I need to be able to process what's going on first. Unpluckable is like my best friend when I'm grabbing rebounds. 100%. Agreed. But yeah, I had to process what was going on first before I can even try to explain it to anybody. But let's continue with the video. But I hope that it sucks, but I hope it at least makes sense.
Meet the attribute requirements for a badge. It is unlocked in your inventory and can be equipped to your loadout, but more on that later.
Badge loadouts. That's another thing. That's another thing they're doing.
All 20 slots are immediately available when you enter the city. You just need to earn badge tokens to fill them. Badge progression in 2K27 flows through 6 meters, 1 for each discipline. Progression is based on your in-game performances, rather than asking you to complete requirements like in previous years. As you play, positive in-game moments will naturally fill the relevant discipline meter.
I like that. The whole bar was green.
Heavy finishes at the rim will see their finishing progression rise. High volume shooters will increase their shooting progression. You can also work on your badge progression by completing team practice drills and Gatorade workouts. Your tokens can be reassigned at any completing team practice drill or shooting progression. You can also work on your badge progression by completing team practice drills and Gatorade workouts.
Gatorade workouts help with badge progression?
Your tokens can be reassigned at any time if you change your mind.
So my question, the badges I see on the creating my player, I won't see all of them pop up in the top right. You talking about this right here? Or you mean like underneath your thing when it's like popping badges? Because the question you're asking, I feel like there's another part to it, but I want you to finish. Like underneath the thing. So you said, so my question, the badges I see on creating my player, I won't see all them pop up in the top right. So let's take an example. So the badges you have, okay, let me say it like this and you tell me if this makes sense to you. Like, yeah, so I'll go this way. If you were to make this build, let's just take one category, playmaking. Okay. These are the 6 badges you have equipped right now. You can't equip any other playmaking badges. That's another limitation that they put in. These badges are all equipped. These are the badges that are going to trigger for your my player. So you will see these pop up underneath the score and everything. This is what is currently on your build. So this is what you're gonna be using. So this is what's gonna pop up. Did I answer your question or did I confuse you more?
To meet the attribute requirements for a badge, okay. All 20 slots are immediately available when you enter the city. You just need to earn badge tokens to fill them. Badge progression in 2K27 flows through 6 meters, 1 for each discipline. Progression is based on your in-game performance. As you play, positive in-game moments will naturally their finishing progression rise. Okay. High volume shooters will increase their shooting progression. You can also work on your badge progression by completing team practice drills and Gatorade workouts. Your tokens can be reassigned at any time if you change your mind. The tokens earned through in-game events are locked to their respective discipline.
In-game events, so they're talking about like city events and stuff like that.
Bonus slots and tokens can be earned through progression and aren't locked to any particular discipline.
Whew.
Giving you plenty of flexibility as you evolve your...
Because like past 2Ks, when you had all your badges, they will all pop up underneath the points and stuff. Yeah, all of the badges that you have, like, it's so weird to say this. So weird to say this. But all of the badges that you have equipped, those are going to be the badges that pop up underneath your stats and stuff. Like when they trigger.
Player. For some builds, you need to think strategically about the badges you choose, because not every badge can be equipped at the same time. So you have to find a combination that works.
I hated when I heard him say this. Not all badges can be equipped at the same time. This is when I was like, yeah, I hate this screen. I hate everything about this screen.
Best for you. We know the community enjoys Rebirth, so we're happy to share that as back in 2K27. Give your new builds a jump start. Create a new build. It will immediately unlock a percentage of your new build's badge tokens.
We've already seen.
So you can equip more badges right away. The higher your Rebirth level, the more tokens are unlocked. At tier 4,
what is that?
Right away.
What is that build?
The higher
6'7" small forward, 99 perimeter. Good lord, sir. That is a crazy build. There's no way this is real. There's no way. This is... They might give you more attributes this year because you can't get badges. All right. You said it is. I want to try to make that build. Here you go. I'm gonna do this for everybody who's curious. I'm gonna let you just kind of like, you know, take your screenshot so I can get out. So I'm gonna get out the way so you can see the physicals and everything. Yeah, the only thing I was covering was the shooting. So it's a 91 midi, 83 3-point, and 85 free throw. This is insane. This is insane. I would just cap break the blocks, cap break probably the speed, cap break the defensive rebounds, maybe the 3 if I could. Probably can't because the 83 seems like it's unappreciated. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Sometimes I have good ideas. Sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, definitely the block and rebound. Maybe 1 or 2 to the standing dunk. It wouldn't be much that needed to happen with this. Interesting. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I definitely want to be able to see the cap breakers on the blocks for this build. Definitely. The block and standing dunk, speed and strength. Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. Yeah. 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 All right.
Your rebirth level, the more tokens are unlocked. At tier 4, all of your build's default badge tokens are unlocked immediately when you start your new build. Unleash your full potential with the all-new synergy system, the next evolution of badges and boosts.
So this is what I was talking about. So you see it in the bottom right? Placing a badge in the fuse slot will boost the badge 1 level for the entire game and will not cost any badge tokens. So this is what I was talking about.
All new synergy system, the next evolution of badges and boosts. Synergy gives you the ability to surpass your badge limitations and reach another level of greatness using boost. Synergy features 8 slots in total, 6.
See, right there, the little
reach another level of greatness using boost. Synergy.
This right here. Float game will be boosted from Hall of Fame to Legend for the entire game, will not cost anything, blah, 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 blah. How to earn. Earn this slot will reset at the end of the season and the badges will be sold.
Features 8 slots in total. 6 slots provide a +1 boost and 2 slots provide a +2 boost. For example, you can equip a bronze badge and reach silver with a +1 boost or apply a plus.
We're just gonna talk about the stuff that we've been talking about. I can't with this company. So okay, so this is what I'm just trying to chew. I'm trying to just this is what I was explaining to you right here. Frequently firing off your connected fuse badge will boost your reaction badge 1 level for the entire game. This is what I was telling you.
You can equip a bronze badge and reach silver with a +1 boost or apply a +2 boost to a gold badge and earn a max level of legend. This is how legend badges are earned this year in NBA 2K27. Synergy.
You got to rep up to use +1s? Correct. You unlock them in rep, the season rewards, the crew rewards, and the city events.
These slots have 2 parts, fuse and reaction. Fuse badges receive a max +1 or a max +2 boost for the entire game, pushing that badge beyond its current tier to maximize its potential. Placing a badge in the fuse slot also frees up the badge tokens you would have otherwise spent to equip it. When reaction badges are paired with fuse badges, a boost is triggered automatically once you activated the fuse badge a set number of times during the game. When triggered, the reaction badge receives the same +1 or +2 boost for the remainder of the game. If you thought we were finished with badges, guess again. New in 2K27, badge loadouts allow you to customize and save different badge combinations, so you can make a game plan adjustment before tip-off. Each My Player starts with one loadout by default, with the opportunity to earn 3 more loadouts as you fire off your badge.
If you thought we were done making this complicated, we got more for you. If you didn't hate it enough.
Prior to tip, you can quickly swap your active loadout to counter your matchup size or playstyle without exiting the menu screen. Make adjustments to the scouting report and make an impact with strategic badge combinations. Cap breakers are officially back, and this time with a preview to see attribute boosts within the builder. This means you won't have to fully create a build and enter the city repeatedly to find the most optimized cap breaker layout.
I miss the 2K19 days. 2K19 is the reason I became a variety streamer.
Once any build reaches
true story, back on Mixer,
is 99 overall, the cap breaker preview becomes available during the builder process, showing you exactly how much of a boost each attribute would receive if a cap breaker were applied. This cap breaker preview is part of the builder glossary.
Ghost Stepper increase the effectiveness on step-through layups. I see.
Which also contains detailed information about your badges, animations, and takeover
abilities. Oh yeah, we looked at all of this.
Abilities. Badges.
What was the detonator one? I didn't see that.
Animations.
I don't remember that.
And takeover ability.
Wider timing window on standing downs. Oh yeah.
In the gameplay Courtside report, we've discussed the revamped takeover system and its 5 disciplines.
I feel like the step-throughs are going to be so OP. I can understand that train of thought, honestly. I've seen some travels already. Or at least what I thought were travels.
Each My Player in 2K27 starts with 5 default takeover slots.
What do I know about gather steps and no get? It's not my brand of basketball.
Loaded with basic attribute boosts. Access 19 unlockable takeover abilities by meeting the necessary attribute requirements. Takeover abilities are organized across 5 disciplines, so each slot on your build has dedicated options to choose from. Progression happens passively as you play your games and fill your takeover meter. There are 21 total rewards you can earn, including the ability to modify each discipline's takeover ability and 15 takeover perks.
I didn't hear about these because someone has like a nice that you can step through everyone. We'll see if strength actually matters. That's something me and my brother was talking about, because he has a 75 strength on one of his point guards, and you couldn't tell. You could not tell. I missed the bulldozer. I missed the bulldozer days. I missed those. Takeover perks. I never heard about this.
There are 3 takeover perk types: Accelerator, Longevity, and Overdrive. And you
Longevity, Overdrive, and Accelerator. Okay, one speeds up the takeover progression, one lengthens it, and one basically the Overdrive. I'm trying to figure out what that does.
can have one equipped for each discipline. Accelerator makes your takeover meter fill faster, getting you the attribute boost and the discipline takeover ability more quickly. Longevity increases how long the active takeover ability stays on after it's triggered.
And what is Overdrive?
Overdrive increases the attribute boost granted by the takeover ability.
Okay, got it. Bulldozer was so fun, wasn't it though? Wasn't it?
Incentivize your approach with the return of build specialization, featuring 10 quests for each track with reworked objectives that challenge you to complete specific tasks rather than generic goals.
For anybody watching this, I didn't even pause here on purpose. Get 900 good screens and getting... So real quick, what was I about to say?
Worked objective that challenge.
Oh, that's what it was. For anybody who's watching this, they messed with the shooting. I don't know if they showed it in here. They messed with the shooting build specialization.
Featuring 10 quests for each track.
I'm trying to see if they show it.
Reworked objective that challenge you to complete specific tasks rather than generic goals.
They didn't show it. So they said it that, so for example, how you used to have to make 1,000 threes or something like that. Now one of the objectives has been switched to making corner threes, not just any three.
Objective that challenge you to complete specific tasks rather than generic goals. Complete these tasks and earn more cap breakers, new cosmetics, and a permanent +2 badge synergy slot for reaching level 10 in the reward track. That wraps it up for the My Player Courtside report for NBA 2K27. From female My Players and an all-new builder paths like Signature Blue.
We're good. We're good. Let's get back to this. We're good. Female My Players, like I said, I don't have anything to add to this other than I'm glad that it is a thing. They will be in the Rec, the Theater, Street Kings, and Park. Create builds. So this is something I'll recommend people do. For me, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's technically the 20th. On Friday, the 21st, this app goes live. And this allows you to make, like, pre-make builds in the app. You can even share the builds if you so choose with friends and stuff like that. See, with VR code, with QR codes. This app also is kind of like a Discord for 2K, because this allows you to communicate with your crew, whatever crew you, like you can literally like you have a chat with your crew in here as well. There's a bunch of different features as I understand it. There's even daily login rewards like an app has. But what I'm going to be mainly using for is like the crew communication. Maybe I don't know if I trust them, to be honest. Like, I want to use it for the builder stuff, but I don't know if I trust 2K. They could be giving us an old version of the builder and then you have to start fresh anyway. They've been known to do that. They're like, hey guys, come to community day, film everything, release everything. And then when we get to the game and the game releases, oh, that was an old build. That was a demo build. It wasn't for the full game. They have done that before. I don't trust these people at all. Builder customization, badge tokens. Yeah, we know about that. Oh, these are the badges. Pulse Fade Phenom, Deadeye, Limitless Range, Mini Marksman, Set and Fire. See, I told you. What did I tell you? I told you they were going to call it new. What did I tell you? What did I say to y'all? I told you they were going to call it a new badge. This is Set Shot for the 3-point line. Static MIDI. This is set shot for the mid-range. I told you they were going to call it new. Told you they were going to call it new. Arc cadence improves in the person's ability to knock down 3-point shots on the move. Smooth operator. I heard somebody talking about this. Improves a player's ability to knock down mid-range shots on the move. Okay. Quick trigger. This is the no dip. The no dip badge. You see, I'm so happy they nerfed rhythm shooting. Did you only play center the whole year, Chew? Like, was that the only build you made? Yep. So I'll put it this way. I have waited years. And when I say years, I mean, what, 2K21? I have waited years to be able to use Steph Curry's jump shot because it is, I'm not going to say it's 100% mirror, but it's very close to how I shoot in real life. I have a very quick trigger. Very quick. Like, I've gone to pass sometimes and people jump like I was going to shoot it. Like, that's how quick my trigger is. I have not been able to use it for years because his animation has been slow. It hasn't been realistic. It's been off. This year, I made a point guard, and this was the first year since 2K20 that I made a point guard. And I made the point guard with the intention of using Curry's jump shot. I made him 6'4" because I needed to be 6'4" in order to qualify for Curry's jump shot. Gave him a 92 3-point and cap break it to 93 so I could get Steph Curry's jump shot. That was the whole purpose. I shot maybe 44% this year from 3. Now, I know you see people shooting 70, 60, 60, 65, 75, 78, 80, 70. Like, you see high percentages. I shot 40 something percent because when I would pass the ball would not find its way back to me. And when it did, the catch and shoot animations that I would get would change my shot timing almost all the time. So I couldn't time my shot with button. With button, because I was a button shooter all the way up until 2K26. When I found out about rhythm shooting, I told everybody to start rhythm shooting. Like, my brother was here while we were reviewing tweets. I said to him, I said, I don't care whether it's button, whether it's rhythm shooting. My question for the devs is, what gives me the most control over my jump shot? Because 2K23, I shot about 13% from 3-point because there were load ups. You could not time your shot that year because of what they did to shooting in that game. %. Why do you think I remember that number? 13. So when I found out about rhythm shoot, I probably would have shot about, I probably would have been in the 20s had it not been for rhythm shooting. So when I found out they did what they did to rhythm shooting for 27, I immediately said I'm going back to button. Because in the gameplay, this game right here, Uncle Kano, he's a 2K content creator, he had the heat. He did rhythm shooting this entire game. Like, obviously he took dunks and layups and stuff like that. He did rhythm shooting the entire game. He didn't make one. He got to the free throw line where you can now rhythm shoot. He missed both with rhythm shooting. When I saw that, I'm like, what am I going to do for shooting now? Because I roll a dice with the animation. I have no control. Like this is why I said, for those who don't play basketball, do you understand what it takes to be consistent? And for me to be in my court for hours practicing my shot, getting it to where I'm like, okay, that's my cue. I know how this goes. I know how this goes. When I catch it in the corner, this is how he moves. When I catch it on the right wing, when I catch it at the free throw line extent, I'm dissecting the game. And then when I get into the game and it randomizes that, the funniest thing, and I told people this, the funniest thing that happened for me, I see your comment, Chu. I got you. The funniest thing that happened to me in 26 was I started playing with the difficulties in my career, because when I would play Street Kings, because I was grinding it for build specialization, I'd noticed, like, you know, whites were going in, some earlies were going in, some lates were going in. So I'd always tell people, if you're going to grind badges in there, don't get used to the shooting in there because it's not realistic, right? So I went to my career because I'm like, I can't, you know, Street Kings is that's not it. I like the 5v5 setting. I like the team, the camaraderie of the 5v5. That's basketball at its purest form, is the 5v5. The only difference that I noticed between the difficulty settings were, on rookie, you get the same animation every time you shoot. It's not like, and hear me, it's not the fact that the green window was easier to hit. It wasn't easier to hit because it was on rookie. It was easier to hit because every time it was the same motion. You practice your shot in the my court and you get that animation in the game, you know that animation. But if you practice that animation in the game and your dude, when you're trying to no dip and he goes like this, it completely throws off everything. My question is, when you shoot, do you get random lags even though your internet is very good? I don't get lag. I have heard that complaint, Chew. I'm going to be honest with you. I've heard that complaint from people I was playing with. My issue, how I can only speak for me. My issue, like I said, I'm holding LT to no dip and he does a gather dip. So he doesn't no dip. When you have a quick trigger like Curry's jumper, it throws off the jumper completely. He's a one motion shooter. When you have a quick trigger, there's no room for error. There's no room for any other animation other than the one you've been practicing. So what was happening to me is, I'm trying to no dip and I'm getting like I'm getting regular animations as if I'm not holding the no dip. Or I would be like in transition and I go to shoot and I'm standing still. I don't know if you played center, so I don't know if you've ever seen this, but I can tell you from all my guards know what I'm talking about. My defender's here I have this space. Like, I have space to shoot, right? My defender's here. Here. Not here. Not back here. He's on the side of me. I go to shoot. My dude leans into him. Now I look like I'm trash. This is why I said I don't like to roll dice when I hit a button. Rhythm shooting was no different. So you said 7-4s was shooting right over me in rec, and I jumped at the 7-4. I would say 60% and still greening over me. That's how the game started off. 100%. That's how the game started off. That they tuned. I remember that. It's like when I'm setting a screen, everyone gets sucked in the screen. Had that happen plenty of times. All right, let's keep going. I think we're almost done. Well, we have the we have these two. Do I want to? Yeah, because it's almost 1:30 for me. I might need to. I'll cover these. What's today? I said it's the 20th, right? So it's officially Thursday. Yeah, so I was going to stream anyway. So what I'll do is I'll cover these two tomorrow because I was going to stream anyway, because I can actually stay on like this late and it not be an issue for work. So I'm going to cover these two tomorrow. We'll finish this page right now, and then I'm going to call stream, and I'll stream this, stream those other two tomorrow. So we were here at finishing. He says the worst feeling ever. Got it. I understand. Aerial Wizard, Float Game, Layup Mixmaster, Paint Prodigy, Physical Finisher, Posterizer, Rise Up, Hook Specialist, Post Powerhouse, Post Spin Catalyst. Attempting post spins or drives result in more effect. Less chance of being stripped. I might get this on my shooting guard. I used to use this on bronze on my guards because I used to post game. Float game going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to Layup Mixmaster because I do spin layups a lot. And they said that there's AI in the game that, I don't know if contextually is the right word, but situationally, it evaluates the situation that you're in, and it switches hands accordingly, kind of thing. Like if you have somebody jumping at you from your right side or your left side or whatever, it'll switch your hand just based off of your signature style. Like it'll do it for you. We'll see. But I used to post up with my guards because most people don't expect that. I used to back them down. I used to drop step as a shooting guard. So we'll see. Ghost Stepper increases the effectiveness of step through. Yeah, close range. Yeah. Because like the Kyrie floater, he launched it and made it. Yeah. I like the one that he did. I don't know if you saw it in the original thing. He did like the fake behind the back thing. He like tapped it with his hand and kept going. I like that. That was clean. Playmaking, Bailout's back. Break Starter, Dimer, Versatile Visionary, Ankle Assassin, Handle for Days, Lightning Launch, Strong Handle, Unpluggable, Pace, raises the speed of the ball handler when sprinting. This is basically downhill from 2K21. Or was it 22? I know the badge was called Downhill though. All right, defense. Off-ball pest, high-flying denier, paint patroller, post lockdown, wall up. They already talked about this. Improve shot contest effectiveness during hands up, defense when guarding the paint. So this is an interior defense badge. Because it says guarding the paint. Interesting. Pick dodger, challenger, movable enforcer. I told my brother, I said they probably put ankle braces back in the. Why does it say new? Ankle braces was in the. Seatbelt. This is one I was actually interested in. Boost body up defense effectiveness, making it easier to clamp opponents and disrupt their drive path. I'm thinking about making more of a defender this year. Like I had an 85. I had an 85 perimeter defense this year on my shooting guard, and I had an 86 on my point guard. It was, the intention was to get it to 91, but I couldn't. I lost interest in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. So see, I'm looking at seatbelt as that may be my highest defensive badge. We'll see. Didn't they say? Oh yeah, paint patroller. That's right. Okay. Glove and interceptor. Yeah, got it. Rebounding. We got a new badge, Crasher. Boosts a player's ability to track down or grab rebounds on the offensive end. So they have offensive rebounding badges. So they split. Yeah, they took out Rebound Chaser. They took out Rebound Chaser and separated it. The seatbelt badge should have something to do with strength. It might. It may. It probably doesn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hear. Listen, Chew. I 100% hear what you're saying. Agreed. It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't. Because seatbelt is geared towards guards, not bigs. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That's what real defense is. You bumping into me and I'm not moving. I'm moving you. That's strength. I hear you. Trust me. I trust me. We hear. I hear you. 2K don't think like that. They don't think like that. They don't think like that. You see, I'm happy they added stuff for offensive, defensive stuff. Okay. So they have Crasher, which helps with offensive boards. They have Possession Closer, which helps with defensive. Sink Snatcher gives an additional vertical and rebounding boost when perfectly timing the jump. Box out boss. Improves the effectiveness of box outs as the boxer. They took out box out beast and then separated that. Because now you have breaker. Increases the success rate of breaking through opponent's box. They broke badges apart and then limited how many you can equip. Slippery off ball. Pogo stick. Workhorse. I remember this. Yeah. This. Hey guys, is new. Hey guys, is new. But it does exactly what it did when it was in the game before. I remember Workhorse. Increases the player's speed and ability to get loose balls over the opponent. So you react quicker when the ball is dropped. They put it back in the game, but hey guys, it's new. It's got the same name, but it's new. Flash speeds up movement without the ball while in transition on offense or defense. Bruiser, hey guys, it's new. Drains energy from opponents when making physical contact. Hey guys, it's new. It's new, but the name is the same and it does exactly what it did when it was in the game before. And of course, brick wall. But you have a takeover that they put in the game that acts as brick wall. The new badge The new badges are a deliberate move towards more specialization. When they say specialization, they basically mean RPG. If you can rebound, can you only rebound on defense or only rebound on offense? Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah, they're talking about all of this. For example, the all-purpose set shot specialist badge has been replaced by separate mid-range and 3-point. Yeah. Badge progression. Every single badge starts with 20 badge slots across 6 disciplines. All 20 are immediately available, but you have to earn badge tokens to actually fill them. Progression does rather than is a heavy finishers throwing it down the one that's stupid. So it's just saying it's by category. If you slash, you're gonna see your slasher thing go up. You're shooting, you shoot. Yeah. Once your attributes meet the requirements for a badge, it becomes available in your inventory. Use the tokens you've earned to grab the badge from the inventory and equip it in one of your slots. You can reassign tokens at any time, but tokens earned through in-game bonus slots and tokens through build specialization, season, and crew rewards. Best thing about bonus slots and tokens is that they're versatile. You can earn a bonus slot, apply it to finishing, then change your mind later and apply it to defense. That, again, I still hate them. But this is like them punching you in your face or like, you know, cutting you on your arm and then putting a band-aid on your arm. You still cut me. You still cut me. This is an abusive relationship with this company. I'm just now realizing this. I don't like this. This is toxic. This is toxic behavior from a company. Oof. Good Lord. All right. Rebirth. Yeah, rebirth. Okay, cool. Yeah. Synergy is earned through season rewards. Oh no, wait, no, never mind. I get it. So I don't know how many you start off with. I don't know how many you start off. I don't know how many of these fuse things you start off with. Synergy earned via season rewards expires at the end of each season. Synergy earned through build specialization, crew, and rep are permanent across all save files. So essentially, the synergy is basically them repackaging the +1 and +2 badge upgrades that they used to give you in the season rewards. Badge loadouts. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't care. You know what it is. You get to see it on the screen. You know what it is. Builder path. This takes the place of like they were saying, the build templates. There's, you know, they give you, it's kind of like what Live had for those who played maybe 16 or 17. I don't know if it was in 19 or not, but they basically had like a path, like an icon path kind of thing. It's basically that. Like, it shows you what you're headed towards with the stuff that you're selecting here. I miss NBA Live. I do too. NBA Live 16, best face scan. That's the last time I face scanned myself into a game. Was Live 16. That's a lie. I did a face scan for 2K19 and it was not good. Cap breakers are back. Yeah, cap breaker preview will become available. Got it. Yeah. Takeover progression. Each player starts with 5 default takeover slots loaded with standard attribute boosts. If NBA Live was around, I think 2K would be doing so much more. They would have to. Oh, Twitch is on an ad break for 50 seconds. We're going to pause for a second. If y'all want to skip ahead on YouTube, go for it. Got 5 seconds. All right, Twitch, welcome back. We will continue, and we are almost done with this page. NBA Live 19 was fun. I made a guard and played like a street baller. Same. I made my 6'7" shooting guard. That's my ideal position. That's just what I've had the most fun with. That's what I can affect the game the most with. So that's literally what I'm going to try to make on day one. That's always going to be the first build I try to make. Because the last good shooting guard 6'7" that I had was in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. He was amazing. All right, so let's see what they're talking about here. This is important because they're talking about the takeovers and how you unlock them. So we're almost finished with this. As you upgrade your build and meet the necessary attribute requirements, you'll gain access to 19 unlockable takeover abilities organized across the 5 disciplines. You said I played like the professor in the NBA. That's awesome. I used to play those AM1 games too. That's funny. Hydration Hero is a unique takeover ability that can be assigned to any of the 5 slots. I'm probably going to do this, to be honest. Maybe. No. I'm trying to think, because I saw in the gameplay, in that Miami Heat Sixers gameplay, somebody tried to jump for a block and then reached again and never lost an adrenaline bar. But I didn't see takeover. On that. I don't know. We'll look. Yeah, I don't know. Adrenaline, stamina drain, make a powerful choice for any build. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put that in my rebounding slot, to be honest. Yeah, Shooting, playmaking, defense. Shooting, playmaking, defense. Finishing, rebounding, and then the physical one. It might, I don't know. All right, progression happens passively as you play games and fill your takeover meters. There are 21 total rewards. Physical is my go-to. Actually, it's funny enough, in my offline point guard, I had blur on, but I felt like I was cheating. So I put on Hydration Hero. Here are 21 total rewards you can earn along the way, including ability to modify. Yep, for the Hydration Hero, yep. Including the ability to modify each discipline's takeover, blah, 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 blah. You can equip one takeover perk per discipline, choosing from 3 types. We heard about this. Accelerator, longevity, overdrive. Yeah, you get 5 takeovers for these 5 things. Yeah. Okay. Build specialization. 10 quests for each track. Frozen is a new one. Yeah, it basically means you're not doing well in that area. So, yeah. If you're it's like, dude, it's like, figure it out, bro. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Basically. Yeah. I don't know if that's the equivalent of when you go cold. Like, I don't know if that's when, you know what I mean? Because, like, if you're cold in one area but doing really well in the others, I think that cold thing, like, because we saw it in the in like one of the footage that they were showing, that Luka was cold. Like, he was literally like glowing blue, but it didn't have anything to do with his takeover or anything like that. So I think that might be the same. Like, I think that's still an overall cold thing, but the frozen is specific to the takeover part, I guess. We introduced 10 quests for each track. Reworked objectives. Yeah. For example, the level 5. Yeah, see? For example, the level 5 shooting specialization quest requires hitting corner threes. This is what I was telling y'all about. Completing these discipline focused. Oof. The buzzer beater. Okay, so this is how they end all of them. The tools are in your hand to craft the perfect my player. Yeah, sure. Mastering the deepest badge system we've ever built. I think ChatGPT helped them write this. There's not many things I am going to promote when it comes to this game, but what I will advise you to do is on Friday, download the NBA 2K HQ app. Even if you only use it to, like, get your builds ready, because that'll save you a lot of time. The first day that 2K26 came out, I didn't play the game. The entire stream, like 3 hours. I did not play the game. I was doing homework. I was in the build making people builds. I was getting the cat breakers for people and sending it to them. I'm talking about like other streamers, people I knew, my boys, like people were sending me their builds so I could give them their cat breaker information because it wasn't available. And I had bought the season pass so that I could unlock a cap breaker so that I could see the cap breaker screen, because that's how it was in 2K26. So I took the bullet for everyone. The first day I literally did not play the game while I was streaming. So again, I'd advise, like, this is a worthwhile. I'm not going to tell you to go exploring through the app. What I'm going to tell you is download the app, do what you got to do to link your 2K profile, start making your builds, screenshot your builds so that you are not, you know, spending so much time in the builder when it comes time. I will put a little asterisk next to this advice to say that this is 2K. Things are liable to change, maybe not by much. It may not seem like it's much, but it can completely change everything. For example, what they did to set shot, box out beast, and rebound chaser. It doesn't seem like it changed much, but it actually affects a lot. I'm gonna make the 6/7. Hey, listen, man. Listen. If that's legit, that's not a bad, that's not a bad, starter build. You know what I mean? It's not a bad starter build. You know? That's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's not bad. That's not bad. I thought it was 6'8". Was it 6'7"? Was it actually 6'7" though? Where was that? Was that in here? I gotta find it now. Nah, that wasn't it. That's the point guard. Was it actually 6'7"? Cause I was telling y'all about my shooting guard. Was it actually? (6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan? I'm really scrubbing through footage right now. Was it the first video we watched, or was it the second? I'm gonna have to watch them. I need to find it. I can go back in the stream, but weight is 230. You're correct. I remember that. You're absolutely correct. Where was this build, bro? Hey, yo, where was the build at? Where was that? I'm gonna scrub through the footage. Let's finish this. I'm gonna scrub through the footage. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna be in a different. Okay. Thank you. That helps. That helps. History. My player builder.
Towards anticipation. So timing is what separates.
Shush your mouth, Mike. I'm gonna look for it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Because I remember, like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Where we at? Okay, so it releases at the same time. So I'm Eastern, so it's still noon on the 26th for me. Okay. Okay. So it's still the same time, it's just 2 days early. Okay. Okay. How do badge circuits work? What is the synergy? Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know that was a particularly long one. And that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. We got a 3-hour video. Holy. Yeah. This is gonna go up tomorrow on YouTube. This will stay on Twitch because it's a VOD. We're good there. But yeah, this will go up on YouTube in the morning. Yeah, at 11 Eastern. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Chew, thank you. Smooth, appreciate the follow as well. And King Bozo. That's his name. I'm not picking on him. That's his name. Appreciate the follows today. Appreciate everybody who came through. Rich. I know I had my brother on earlier. We were looking at the tweets and stuff. I'm gonna find this 6-7 build, bro. I'm finding this 6-7 build. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night, a good day, wherever you happen to be. I appreciate you so very much. Until next time, y'all know the motto. If you're gonna do it right. Peace, y'all. Tiger out. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.